Chances are this is part of project 2. So we'll go ahead and we create a new layer. We'll call it a wall hatch or a wall hatch. It's gonna be exactly that. It's gonna be the wall hatch. So again, I want to make it 252. The size. I'm actually gonna put this one at 0.00. Okay. Yeah. And believe it or not, 0.00, yes, it still prints. It's crazy. I don't understand why, but it does. You would think that that would be the, oh, this won't print, non-print layer, right? Nope, it prints. Okay. So we're going to hatch. Well, first, the way I would do it, I'm going to layer ISO, right? LAYISO. And I'm going to select on my walls. Okay? So it's simply going to show me nothing but walls. With me so far? No?
No.
LAYISO. Click on the wall.
Yeah.
Still making the layer.
What was the
0.00.
color?
It's 252.
Another 252?
Yes. It's on purpose. Yes. Okay. We there? What command was I going to use?
Layer ISO.
All right. LAYISO. Or it's up here. This one. No, sorry. This one. Right? This one. Everyone see where it is? Then simply click on the layer I want to isolate. All the other layers disappear, right? Okay, so if you go into it, you see the word that says S or settings. Type S, and then you see where it says off or lock and fade. So yours probably says lock and fade. So type O. Was yours on off already?
There we go.
So just
So here, we'll go back. Okay?
right.
So I go layer ISO, right? And then there's settings right here. See where it says settings?
Yeah.
You click it and see where yours probably says lock and fade, right? So click off. Yeah? Then click on your wall. Better? So now we're going to hatch. So H. Simply pick in the middle.
Still got all my stuff under that.
Next, we're going to hatch. So I'm going to pick a point. So you guys are going to freak out because I'm going to put it on. Well, first we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit solid. So we're going to go all the way to the top. Solid. Okay. The properties, I'm going to put it on wall hatch for the layer. You can look at the screen. I left it there. So you got to hit the little down arrow under properties. Then it'll probably still say floor pattern because that's the last time we did it, right? It remembers. So go ahead and we'll change it to wall hatch. Okay. Don't need that no more. Associative, yeah. Okay. So now we can go ahead and enter. Nothing showed up, right? Right?
No.
So go ahead and unisolate. So it's this button right here, or it's LAYUNISO. Sometimes the button's just faster.
What's the name of the pattern?
Solid. Yeah.
Whoa.
Then when you unisolate, guess what? It came back, right? Now it's there. Because you got to remember, when you're isolating something, you're turning off all of your layers.
Oh, that was to put the pattern.
It's just easier to do it when all the other crap's not in the way. That's all. And I actually missed a couple. So. So if you guys missed little spots like this guy, like I did, if you highlight the hatch itself, the toolbar comes back up. You can hit pick point up here in the top left. If you click it and then you click in that little spot, it'll actually add to that hatch. You don't have to make a new hatch itself. Do you guys want me to do it so you can see it? Huh? So, like I said, see how this part itself isn't hatched? Forgot to do that one. So if I highlight my hatch I just did, come up here, hit pick point, click it. What in the world? You are crazy. And then pick this point here. Yep. And then if I enter, it now is hatched. Cool? Okay. So now we're going to go into the CTB, or the plot style manager. Okay? So I'm actually going to do it from the layout one, which is our floor plan, which I need to go and turn the furniture back on, right? Yeah, because I turned it off in here. Okay, hold on. So if we go to page setup manager, so we go to layout tab, page setup, and then we modify. So you can see in monochrome, CTB, up in the top right, where it says plot style table, pen assignment. Next to it, there's a little like gear looking thing, right? So if I click on that, you're going to see another pop-up that comes up. Okay? So you can see color 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 right? So 1 through 6, okay, are actually named in AutoCAD red, yellow, green, cyan, blue, magenta, right? So that's, if you come here and I go through here and I click on this one, and I go to change the color. These colors down here, see how it says red? In your pen styles, it's actually number 1. Okay, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says white even though it's black. That's just because. Yeah, I don't know why. So 8 and 9, and I don't know why it doesn't say like gray and light gray, but it's AutoCAD. So I'm in Page Setup Manager, and I'm in Modify, and I'm in the Edit, and so everyone's here, right? So if we scroll all the way down, what color did we make the 2 patterns? We had 252, right? Yeah. Okay. So there's 2 different ways you could do it. So if you highlight 252, you'll see that all this stuff over here is referencing 252. So I could do, let's say, even in monochrome, like this is within monochrome. So if I have monochrome picked, right? I'm just going to show you. Okay. You guys can go ahead and change it to red if you want. Okay. And then we hit save and close. Okay. And then hit preview. So even though we're in monochrome, we're supposedly making everything black and white, right? You could still create colors. Remember in Project 1 how I had made, well, you probably only saw it on the PDF on Canvas. The text itself was red. The note text was red. It's through this. So if we go back to modify, or we go to edit, go to 252, we're going to make it black, right? But here, I want to show you this too. So you have screening. So if I type 50, so that's 50%. Okay, yes?
Do you want us to delete the floor pattern?
No.
mine came out all red with the floor pattern.
Oh, I have mine off. I turned my because it kept getting my way when I was trying to edit the blocks. So I want everyone to hit screening and hit 50. Save and close, and then now preview it.
What was the last thing you did?
The screening is 50, but I turned the color back to black. So now what do you see? The wall hatch is actually gray, right? Do you notice something on the printed copy that you guys all got? What color is the wall hatch? Like I said, it's important. Important. Okay? So yes, I do expect it to be gray because I just taught you guys all how to change it to make it gray. If you were paying attention, go to YouTube. Okay? So there's other things you could do in here too. So if we go, we'll leave that one, and let's just say we'll make color. Do I have any? I have cyan in here, right? Yeah. So whatever color your walls are, pick that color right now. So mine right now is 4 because of cyan. I know some of you guys pick like green, some of you guys blue, whatever, right? So in here, you could actually control the line weight. You could control the line style of the ends, the joins, the fill, etc., etc., etc. You could even change the line type. So, like I said, you may go into an office where they have it set up so that red always prints at a dash line, right? So they may not even have layers. They may just use colors, right? I like layers. Other people don't. So, just so you know, this is where you will, or you can, control the different print qualities of everything. So this is just printing. Yes?
So does this change it into model space?
No. Only when you're printing. So that's why, like, the hatch only looks gray because I picked the gray color. And I did it on purpose because I know that that color gray is going to be a gray color when I print. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could make the hatch red, right, in the layer. Let's do that. So everybody exit out everything, right? And go to the layer properties and change floor pattern. So, oh no, I'm sorry, not the floor pattern. I'm sorry. Select the hatch itself. So go back into model and select the hatch, right? And then you're gonna have to go to the home tab. And on the far right where it says object color, right here on the home tab, this is with the hatch selected already. So if I select it, and I'm going to make it red. Okay? Here we follow? So now if I go here, and I go to print, and I go to preview, it comes up black. You know what I'm saying? So, because I changed 252, I didn't change red. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't change it per the layer. I changed it per the actual printing properties within the pen styles. So now that that color is no longer 252, it's not going to hold any of those properties that we changed. So to answer your question, no. When you have it like shown up to be dashed, it doesn't print as dashed. So I want it by layer. So everyone change it back to by layer. Or just hit Control Z a bunch of times and it'll turn back gray. Does everyone understand that? You want me to go through it one more time?
Yeah.
No. All right. So if we're in layout, and we go to page setup, and we go to modify, and we're going to go to the edit. Scroll all the way down. And again, you can do this with any color you want, right? I just happen to do 252. Change screening to 50.
So you just go over, so page setup, modify, and then color, right?
Mm-hmm. That's it. So that's how you could get like a gray color or a red. You know, if you're doing a revision cloud and you want your revision cloud to show up red. You know, again, if you're printing a PDF, who cares how many colors you have on there because you're not wasting any color ink. It's not, it costs you more money to do. Like in our office, we have two printers. One's black and white only. The other one prints color. The black and white costs us like 3.5 cents per page. If it's 8.5 by 11 or 11 by 7, it doesn't matter. But the color is like 11 cents per page, or like 9 cents per page, or something like that. So, just, you know, if you're just doing it to a PDF, it doesn't matter, because you're just gonna have it visually so that you can see, hey, this stands out, pay attention. You know what I mean? You give it the hierarchy so that is important on the page. So the reason that we're doing it like this, it goes back to an old like hand drafting skill where when they would poche something, that they would fill in a wall or something and they would make it lighter so that you knew that it's like just a graphic kind of rendering part of it. It's not actually part of the drawing. So, any questions? No? Makes sense? Not really? Okay. So the other way that you can do it here too. So within here, so within the layers, you see it says plot style, and you see you have a bunch of colors on there, right? So you can see here that that 252 is coming out like 252, etc., etc., etc. I thought you were able to edit this. I guess not. There's another way. Hold on. Is it in screening? Screening. Not transparency. We don't want transparency. There was a way to do it with the layers. There it is. One's hidden. So, if you mess with the transparency here, though, it's just a visual thing. It's not actually happening with the printers. So, if I went and I changed my doors to have like a 90 value, and I go to OK, and I close it, and I go to model space, it's not even, that didn't do anything. Oh, that's above, that's why. So, you get to see that above is now like super, super, super light, right? But if I go and I print and I preview it, it's still the same thickness. So that's just a visual aspect. It's not actually a printed aspect. So you gotta be careful that you don't set that to be transparent and think it's gonna print transparently. It's not printing transparently. It's gonna print solid. So when you do the hatch and you make it screen 50%, so basically when you plot, the last thing I want to do is just some more with annotations. So, and it has to do with creating tables and stuff. So what you used to have to do was create a table in Excel, copy and paste it into AutoCAD, and it would come in and you have to like modify it because they're coming all kind of crazy stuff. So AutoCAD basically said, hey, we're going to do a solid and we're going to create a command that creates a table, right? So basically, if you go to the Annotate tab and then over to the right, you can see where it says Table. And if the first one, just click on it, click on Table. Okay. So in here, for the table styles, we're just going to pick standard because you guys really aren't even going to have to do maybe 1 or 2 tables in here. And I just want you to do it just so you get used to it. Because you may have to do tables in drawings for instance, like that one that we did, you know, with the floor finish. Usually there's a table that goes along with that tells you, you know, that this is carpet, this is tile, this is wood, this is whatever, right? You know, you may have 6 different types of tiles. So for now, I'm just gonna do 4 columns, and we're gonna do 3 rows. Okay. The column width and the column height, we're gonna leave as just as what it is, just for now. It's gonna come in pretty large, and we'll modify it if need be. So the first cell, I like the way all this looks so far. You come in here, you don't have to have a title on it if you don't want to, but in this case we do, and we do want a header. Hit OK. And you can see this kind of cool looking little box. Looks kind of like an Excel spreadsheet, right? And it comes in just like the attributes. So we're automatically titling stuff, right? So we're going to go ahead and let's call this. I know I'm in the wrong drawing, but we're going to call it floor finish for now. Because you're in model space, getting paper space.
I'm in the paper space.
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Gotcha.
Make sure you're in models or paper space. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You could be in layout and still be in model space. Then we could just double click into all these cells. And for this, we'll just put type. I don't know. Then maybe put like manufacture. I don't think I could spell that right. Manufacture, right? Close enough. Then we'll put size, and then we'll put notes or something. And then here you could just say like carpet. Just say, I don't know, any dowel tile is one. I know. And could just write like 12" by 12". The notes, you could say just like green. And here we could write tile. The next one we're gonna write tile. Dowel tile. And what's the other company? AZ tile. And then we're gonna write 6 by 6. This one will be 12 by 24. None of this really matters. And let's write wood. So, I mean, basically this is just another way of showing the information, right? So for the table, so when you go through it, and if you misspell something, you can always just go double click and it just acts like text, right? You can make it bigger to fit the full page. I think you can make it longer, right? I did that again. No, that's doing something weird. Let's not do that. I don't know why it won't.
Maybe you need to move it up a little.
I don't know. It won't let me pick. I think you just pull it down, right? There you go. Yeah. You can pull it down, pull it out. So it just kind of modifies. You could size it. Oh, God, there was. Why is? So I think if you export this, no, there's a way to get it to open in Excel, and that escapes me at the moment. Table size table. I thought it was export. Is it? No. Remove properties. guess not. And I was having trouble actually making extra columns and making extra rows for some reason. Like, you would think that you would be able to just add a column, and it would not let me. Ooh, look at that. That was cool. So if I right click, insert field formula sum.
If you go to like the end one, like let's say you go to the notes cell.
Yep.
And, click on the notes cell. And there's like a sometimes you'll get a node. There'll be like a lighter like diamond shaped one. Right click on that, and then you can go. There'll be columns and rows, and you can add and insert.
I think it's that one.
Yeah. So if you right click, there'll be go back to the other one. You can go up and it says columns and rows, like all of you, almost all the way to the bottom. Columns.
Oh, there it is. Rows. Insert below. But that's adding. I don't want to. I want to add it here. Rows. Insert below. There we go. Thank you. So, oops. No, I don't want to save changes. So it looks like that these are acting independently, right? Or do you just have to be at the end? Because if I'm over here, it doesn't change it, right? Oh, it does. See?
Oh, it's just like Excel, you know, you can insert a line all the way on the left.
Yeah.
You have to be in any cell.
You could be in any cell. You just have to be in the cell, but not in the text. What's that? Jesus. Monsters out there. So if you're in the cell, but not actually editing the text, you could insert. Yeah. You could merge. Merge. Ha! Look at that. So there was a way to export it to Excel though, but it works. Oh, now look at now I have table cells, and look, I have all these extra commands up here too. That's cool. It does have formulas just like Excel if you're familiar with Excel. I believe they're the same, where it's like equals A2 plus 13, or A13 plus the sum of these, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna ask you to do too much with this, but I just want to show you that because that's part of the annotation toolbar. Okay. So if I click, so if I just be highlighted on it, then it pops up. Gotcha. So it acts two different ways. So if you have it highlighted and it's yellow, it's going to bring you up so you can bring up all the other stuff. But if you actually double click into it, it actually brings up the text editor. That was the problem. Yeah. So any questions on tables? I know that was kind of like a really lame explanation.